Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. It's Daryl here, and today we're talking about a topic that's been on my mind for a couple years. I'm calling on Gretsch to build the Broadcaster. Now in my hands, I've got a couple really interesting guitars and certainly instruments that turn heads whenever people see them. On one hand, we've got the Gretsch 6118. This is the anniversary model, made in Japan. Beautiful instrument with this really unique two-tone smoke green finish. Really interesting. And on the other hand, we've got this Fender Super Deluxe, which is heavily Gretsch inspired. So Filtertron pickups by TV Jones, sparkle guard, double bound body, block inlays, and so on and so forth. I'm not sure what the finish is here, but I just call it the creamsicle. So yeah, really interesting guitars. Fender's take on a Gretsch. I think it's time for Gretsch to take back the Broadcaster name. Now, in the mind of many guitar players, and especially Telecaster enthusiasts, the name Broadcaster isn't really associated with Gretsch at all. As guitar players, we associate it with Leo Fender and the first Telecaster design. Now, of course, Gretsch owns the Broadcaster name and famously defended it against Leo Fender in 1950. So before the Telecaster was called the Telecaster, Leo Fender wanted to use the Broadcaster name. And Gretsch said, nope, we have that on our drum kit. You can't use the Broadcaster name. And then there was the Nocaster because Leo was like, I really wanted to use the Broadcaster name, and then came up with the Telecaster. So the Broadcaster and this guitar shape has a very long history, but Leo Fender tried to get the Broadcaster name not once, but twice. Now in 1985, Leo Fender had sold off Fender, he'd worked with Music Man for a bit, now he was starting G&L with his buddy George Fullerton. So when he went to make his T-style guitar, he tried to use Broadcaster again. So once in 1950, once in 1985, Gretsch quickly gave him a cease and desist order for the second time, but not for the lack of trying. Leo Fender loved the Broadcaster name, tried to use it twice for his Telecaster shapes, and of course, for the G&L shape, it turned into the ASAT. But Tellies, Broadcasters have a very unique history with Leo Fender. So even though Gretsch used that Broadcaster name for the drum kit, I think they should take it back, repurpose it for a T-style guitar that's uniquely Gretsch. Now clearly Fender's not afraid to take some Gretsch-inspired elements and make this Telecaster, but what if we had a guitar like this with all authentic Gretsch parts? So imagine with me for a moment if we had a Gretsch Broadcaster. We're talking about a T-style body, maybe slightly bigger than a Telecaster, maybe hollow body, two toggles, master volume, all the Gretsch appointments, a Bigsby. I think that would be a killer guitar. Now Gretsch Telecaster hybrids is nothing particularly new, with people doing all sorts of parts caster versions of, something like this, but somebody from Fender's custom shop actually did their own version of the White Falcon as a Telecaster. Pretty cool stuff, but I'd love to see something official from Gretsch. Now really the timing couldn't be better. Fender and Gretsch have a very cozy and great working relationship, with Gretsch kind of hiring out Fender for their, distribution, as Fender has, a vast international reach into almost every market, something that Gretsch really can't do on its own. So they've kind of partnered up so that they can get Gretsch guitars almost everywhere, Fender goes. So really great working relationship between those two companies. So what do you guys think? Would you be interested in a Gretsch T-style guitar called the Broadcaster? Let me know in the comments below. It's something I would really love to see. So if anybody from Gretsch sees this video, I'm sure you've thought of it before, but I would love to see you guys actually, prototype some stuff or bring something to market. I'd be the first in line. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll play you out on these two beauties. Have yourself a great week.